play makes Mike a dull boy. All work and no play makes Mike a dull boy. All work and no play makes Mike a dull boy. Again, they don't understand. I'm working, always working. Ha, 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 we'll show them some fun. All work and no play makes Mike a dull boy, makes me. Stop lifting our people and the ground. Your C's, I can't believe that works. I need to find Jaden, man! Punch it! He's right on the ball, flat out already. It's just more than it's like 5 hands. Shoot the other hand. We make the game work. Move forward, I've got you. I don't know about this fight, trust me. Arms out. That's it? Yeah, just flying. Feels more like I'm being held hostage. Come on, man, say the line. I'm the king of the world. There it is. Don't drop. Wouldn't dare. Look at that sunset. It's not bad, that's first. I'll take it. Yeah, I'll be to the left.
The dinosaur!
Born ready.
Although by my calculation, structural integrity of the ring is already questionable.
Let's end this thing, Gecko.
Tag me in quick! Move left! Finish it! Now! All together! Victory probability spikes to 1!
Cruisers are now a bike move. We keep pushing, we might lose them before the bridge. Or we might flame out and end up on the evening news. This thing's a brick on wheels, man. It close out when we slowly. It feels like I'm riding calculator.
Stay cool. We got this.
Best exit ever, let's go!
Jumping into uncertainty! All the variables!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay. Citizens, brace for implausible giggle forcible level. Steady, steady. Initiating comedic breach protocol. Behold, the future of comedy show. Livecast.
Hello, Facebook, YouTube world, X. It's 8 o'clock on Monday, so that means it's the Future of Comedy Show livecast. And today we have a very special guest, Detroit comedy legend and friend of mine, Billy Ray Bauer. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing pretty good there, Mike. Pretty good. And we played some golf today, right?
We did. You kicked my ass pretty good. You showed me. I even hit from the senior tees. You hit from the whites. You still beat me by 20 strokes.
But here's the thing there, Mike. You have to look at the positive.
Yeah.
You're getting more for your money. You got at least 20 more attempts to hit a golf ball than I did. And you got to see parts of the golf course that few people get to see.
Yeah, that's what you were doing. You're like, what are you doing in that sand trap? I'm like, I'm getting my money's worth. What do you think, Billy?
That's right.
Yeah.
You're digging for gold in that sand trap.
Yeah. No, it didn't play too bad today, but it was a good time, a hot heater. We stay hydrated. And
yes, we did. We drank lots of fluids to keep ourselves from becoming whatever it is that you become dehydrated.
a raisin out there.
Raisin, yeah, to turn into something that has no water. You feel now. You know how like an apricot feels in one of those dehydration things where they turns into like a little chip or something.
I'm feeling like an apricot. I got a little bit of sun today, and but it was fun. You shot really well. I played well in the front. The heat got me a little bit in the back, but ended strong, and that's how it kind of goes, right? It's like an addiction. You're like the last hole, you always shoot well, so you always want to come back.
I started with 2 balls, and I ended up with 2 balls.
Yeah, I think I lost one. Well, that is good news. That's good news, right. Billy.
There's nothing worse. That's why I don't wear, I wear not the boxers. I tend to wear briefs because every once in a while, one of them boys will start to get away from you.
Yeah, well, when you told me you only brought 2 balls, I was like, well, don't lose any. Don't lose any.
Can't afford to lose them.
Don't lose them. Hey, guys that are watching, I appreciate you. I see we're doing some PBS numbers. A couple of people watching. Make sure you like and share the show, and it's built off your comments. So if you have any questions for Billy Ray, if you're a comic out there and you want to know anything, he's a wealth of knowledge. He's a good person to talk to. So lay him in there, and we'll bring you up on the screen. We'll answer your questions, and besides that, we're just gonna keep shooting the shit until we get a comment.
There you go, and we can make a coherent conversation between the two of us.
Yeah, well,
I've been known to talk to myself, so The fact that you're here is a bonus.
Yeah, I'll just reverb anything you say. Yes, Billy. Yes, I see what you're saying there.
There you go.
You've been doing comedy for a long time, almost 40 years, coming up on 40 years.
Yeah, I'll have my 40-year anniversary coming up in the spring in April. And when I first stepped onto a stage doing stand-up comedy, I was a place called Chaplin's. This happened to be the one in the eastern suburbs of Detroit, and it's no longer in existence. Prior to it being a comedy club, it was a disco. That gives you. There's a way to date me. What was before this comedy club? And the disco ball was still there at the comedy club. They couldn't get rid of it.
They could. Why not?
I don't know.
It's sentimental.
No, I think they were too lazy to get a ladder.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it was my guess.
But Chaplin's is kind of like a historic comedy club. Like if you talk to all the seasoned comics, they've all played there, and a lot of people came through Chaplin's.
Yeah, absolutely. Chaplin's had a number of locations in the Detroit area. They had probably 4 or 5 of these locations. At one point, they were the competition for the Comedy Castle, which still exists in Royal Oak. But Chaplin's, provided a lot of work for a lot of comics over the years. There was lots of rumors about the ownership of Chaplin's being mobbed up guys, and I have no idea whether that's true.
No comment on that one. Well, it's been a long time. Who knows? I mean, the guy. I think I met the guy that owned Chaplin's. I think he came to Norm Stoltz's funeral. Is that right? Or is he?
No, that was the guy who owned Connections.
No.
Frank Stevens.
No, the guy that owned Chaplin's came too.
Really?
Yeah, Frank Stevens was on stage, but the guy that owned Chaplin's was there as well.
Could have been.
He didn't get up though.
Would have been the only one left with Billy Hargis, because the Hargis family, the dad Buzz, and he had 2 sons, Bobby and Billy, and Bobby ran the West Side Club, and Billy ran the East Side Club.
Wow.
Billy used to dress in a way that would suggest to you that he had some connection.
Okay.
And he had this kind of Joe Pesci kind of, I'm a comedian.
Did he do comedy as well, or did he just manage it?
No, in fact, he didn't have much of a sense.
You think it's funny? You think I'm funny?
I'm a comedian.
Yeah.
I amuse you.
Yeah. That's good.
Funny how?
That's a good voice there. That's a pretty good Pesci.
The way you tell a story, No, I don't know.
Yeah, I heard a lot about that club. It was like they had a really good location, and then they tried to change it. The one maybe over by like Kalamazoo or something like that. They were off the highway, and then they moved it.
Well, no, that's a different club chain. But
what club was that?
That was Gary Fields.
Oh, Gary Fields. That's who I'm thinking of.
Yeah, Gary Fields had a club that was right off of I-94 in Battle Creek, which I worked with quite a few guys there. That was another Funny Business, was the booking agent for that. And he then had a location that he put in. It was beautiful. It was an old movie theater in downtown Battle Creek. And I was the last guy to headline it. It was a gorgeous room. It was kind of an arena type where the stage, the audience was above the stage. It was really, really cool. But unfortunately, he couldn't make a go of it. And I think Gary had been doing it for many, many years. And I think he retired at that point. But I think he's still out there, and Gary's probably the guy you're talking about.
Yeah, I was talking about Gary. Yep.
Yeah, because the guy, Billy Hargis, I really would have been surprised to see him there.
Yeah. Well, that makes more sense. It was Gary Fields, and I can't think of the name of the club. What was the club? It wasn't Chaplin's, and it was the...
Well, it was Gary Fields. Comedy Club was the one that he owned.
Oh, was it called Gary Fields Comedy Club? I thought it had a different name.
No, there may have been a time when there was a Connections there, like there was in Lansing.
Yeah, rest in peace, Connections. That was a great club.
It was a great club. I've seen Frank. Frank was a real close friend of Norm Stoltz, and they I did a golf outing, and I got to talk to Frank. He was an interesting guy. He was either a Navy SEAL or Green Beret. He was an interesting character. Reputation among the comedians was a bit mixed, but then again, that is always the case. I mean.
Well, there's only hard to please everyone.
Right. There's only a few guys out there who have a fairly untarnished reputation. Ridley would be one of them. And I think, trying to think Dave's last name, the guy that runs the Funny Business Empire, or at least he did. I'm drawing a blank on his name right at the moment. But anyway, he was a pretty straight shooter.
And he used to run it. He's no longer running it.
I don't know. I haven't worked for Funny Bone in a while. They have some beautiful.
Oh, Dave
rooms.
Stroop.
Dave Stroop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah, people are like, "Hey, you should reach out to Dave Stroop." I'm like, "All right, oh wait."
You know, like I said, your problem is just taking a pay cut to do those rooms.
Oh no. Here we go. And we got our first comment here. We got Sharon Varvel all the way up from Marquette, Michigan. How you doing, Mrs. Varvel? Good to see you. Thanks for popping on. Love you. Appreciate you. This is Billy Ray Bauer. Very funny. We got to get him up to Marquette to see you. I'm pretty sure you do some rooms up in the UP though, right?
Yeah, well, I do. I do.
You get into the mic a little bit.
A couple times a year.
You want to move it right to you?
Yeah, I should move it a little bit. I usually do the Island Casino in Escanaba every couple, maybe 6 months or so, and then I've done a couple of shows in Marquette. Years ago, they used to do one at like a Holiday Inn, and I have no idea what's going on up there at the moment. But I've done Houghton up there, done Sault Ste. Marie.
Oh yeah,
do all those places. I love any excuse at all
to go up there.
As a matter of fact, the Wisconsin run I'm going to do coming up in August, which would be in northern Wisconsin, St. Germain, literally due west of Escanaba. So that's the route I'm taking.
You're gonna take it the coastline there and go see all the waves and all that.
Go through Chicago.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Chicago traffic is
you can't get through there quickly. There's just no way. And years ago, it was all about the toll booths would slow you down. Now, it's pretty much automated. You just
drive through them.
They read your plate.
Yeah, and then it's still like $15 or $20 to drive through there.
If you go from the Indiana-Illinois border all the way to the Wisconsin border, as I've done in the past, you'll spend $25 on tours.
Yeah, they get you.
Yeah,
everything in Chicago, they get taxed. I think it's like 11% tax in Chicago.
Well, everything, Illinois is one of the higher tax states. The gas tax, everything is higher there. I know I was talking to a guy who worked at a dispensary.
Here we go.
And in Illinois, it's legal now. But he said, he goes, everybody I know still goes into Michigan to get the weed.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, I go, the New Buffalo's got to be the best place.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a string of dispensaries. I always laugh at the number of dispensaries.
Right before the border
I did a show in Lowell, where Lowell is. Lowell is like 4 or 5 blocks. And there were like half a dozen dispensaries there. And I'm thinking, what are people doing there besides smoking weed? And I realized the only viable business there seemed to be a Tim Hortons.
So they're smoking weed and Tim Hortons reaping all the benefits.
Well, and they're always out of Boston cream. So.
Oh yeah. And I forgot to mention, this episode is sponsored by Naughty and Nice in Saginaw, where we're going to be having a show August 23rd with Cam, Chuck, Dave, and myself. And this is if you're wondering what this is our bondage bear. They gave us this cute bear. We're supposed to be giving it away, but I don't want to do shipping. But they gave us a this thing. It's called Royal Honey, and what it does is get you hard as a rock, man. Hard, get you hard. And I want to give this to you, Billy. Yeah, that's our gift from Naughty and Nice. That's to you. And
my wife is going to be thrilled.
Well, the real thing is what you do is, when you get together for maybe Christmas ham, you use that honey for the ham, and then everybody's having a good time. You know what I'm saying? That's
your people are knocking the table over because I don't know about that. As I like to point out, my wife, I wake up in the morning, every bone in my body is stiff except for the one my wife was hoping for.
Oh no!
So maybe there
you go.
We'll see.
Take that on the way home. That'd be perfect. Stop at KFC, get you some biscuits, put that right on the biscuits. You'll be ready to go, especially after the show, because I got some goodies for you before you leave. And we got a comment from Jesse Spence. Island Casino was on lockdown yesterday for a bomb threat and a threat of shooting. Yikes.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, that's no good. I wonder what happened. Somebody lost a bunch of money, or
they let in some people from Wisconsin.
Oh, the Wisconsinites did it?
Yeah, those cheeseheads, man.
Yeah, they get a little wild.
Well, they eat all that cheese, they get constipated, and they get cranky.
Yeah,
cranky, my friend.
It can happen. Yeah, it could definitely happen.
Yeah, that's for sure.
He says everything was a hoax, but goodness, yeah, that is some crazy crazy stuff coming out from the Island Casino. And actually, I got to do the Island Casino twice. And the last time I did it was with Norm. And that was a good time with Norm because Norm liked to gamble. And he knew I wasn't making a lot of money as an opener. So he gave me $100 to play with, which I donated right to the casino on the blackjack. But yeah, I like the Island Casino. Nice little place to go up there and have a vacation.
Yeah. Well, and now they've added, they always, for the last 10 years, they built a beautiful golf course behind the casino called Sweetgrass, which I love the name.
Yeah, well, that's where we come to Michigan for the Sweetgrass.
And then they bought another course down the road, I think called Quail Run. And I heard that they were possibly going to add a third golf course. So,
well, now
so they're trying to turn it into a golf destination.
Is it on is the gigs usually on Sundays, right?
Yeah.
They're off days. So if you need an opener to go play, because who Bonkers books that, right?
Yeah, Bonkers.
I don't really work for Bonkers, but they usually let you bring whoever you want, right?
Yes, I can.
So yeah, we want to go golfing just like we did today. Now that'd be good because they will probably comp us, right?
Oh yeah, I've gotten comped there. I've also gotten comped at Wild Bluffs over at Bay Mills.
Yeah. Oh,
Casino.
nice.
Yeah, that's a beautiful track.
But, see, I'd do any of those off nights with you that we can go golfing. I'm all about that. I just did the Patriot in Grayling, and
that's where that is, huh?
Yeah, and they comped me 36 holes. I couldn't believe it, and it was. I mean, Dave and I went golfing. Dave, just like you, kicked my ass. Everybody's kicking my ass besides my brother. He's the only one I can beat.
Looks like you got to invite your brother. To
yeah. Well, I don't want to hold us up. But we're gonna go this Thursday, and we got a comment here from Yeti Mom Spaghetti all the way out from Bay City, Michigan. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. We got a Cougar check in the house. Somebody called DNR. We got super fan Heather Ann popping in. Good to see you. And the audience is talking to each other. Hello, Heather. And they're, hi, Jesse. Oh, good. That's good. You guys keep each other entertained in the comments, and we'll be right here talking about golf, comedy, and all sorts of different stuff. Once again, sponsored by Naughty and Nice. If anybody wants this bondage bear, I think we will be giving away at the show August 23rd in Saginaw. Okay. Sorry to get that going, but just wanted to clear those comments up.
Zed's dead.
Zed's dead. I know, that does remind me of Pulp Fiction.
No, man. Honey, get on the bike. It's a chopper, baby. It's a chopper.
Yeah. Dude, that is one of my favorite movies.
I want blueberry pancakes.
Yeah. Blueberry. So I'd say my favorite two movies, like if it's a 1A or in 1B, it's probably Jurassic Park and Pulp Fiction. Maybe it's because I've seen it at such a formative time in my life.
Sure.
But like Pulp Fiction was so great when it first came out because nobody had done those those time cuts where you had to piece it in at the end. You're like, oh, that's what happened.
Exactly. There was that it wasn't a continuous,
a linear.
Yeah, you had these weird things. Like you say, the time they were jumping back and forth. You know,
nobody that had ever done that.
No, whether
if they did, I'd never seen it. So for me, I was like, oh, holy shit. And like the whole movie was tremendous. And we were talking before this, the scene with Samuel L. Jackson. Say what again, motherfucker? That was like I love that part. That's such a great part. I had that as my ringtone. That is one tasty cheeseburger. Oh, tasty burger. Yeah, I fucked it all up.
Big Kahuna burger.
Look at
look at do you know why they call a quarter pounder a Royale? Because they have the metric system. Well, look at the big brain on Brad.
Yeah. That's so good. Jesse Spence said, imagine getting comped of 36 holes. Yeah, that was a great weekend. We had done Grayling, and then we did Rogers City after the 18 holes on Saturday. And Rogers City was they were so much fun. They were lit. Love the fashion hats. Yeah. You like that? Yeah. It's there's a hat inspired by my golf sidekick on YouTube. He does a bunch of, I'm trying to get better. I've been playing a shit ton. I'm still not very good.
So but basically Gilligan is who you're talking
about. Well,
this
guy, golf sidekick, basically he breaks it down. He's like, all right, basically he's telling you like, hey man, you can't try to hit it 200 yards every time. You just got to play the course, make smart moves, and you'll get your score down instead of, trying to crank it every time. He's just basically, play smart, and it's fun. He plays golf and he's fun. He's a funny dude. I like him. So I'm emulating him.
golf life coach is what he is.
There we go. And then Billy Hoffman says, Billy, what's up, buddy?
Billy Hoffman, he's a good dude, man. We've done a couple shows together, and he's a guy who wears a lot of hats. Speaking of hats,
Yeah,
because he does umpiring work, he
we
does
see
law
that.
enforcement, and he might even be a water buffalo like Fred
He's a
Flintstone. I'm
water
not sure.
buffalo.
I'm not sure.
That's hilarious.
I mean, I believe he voted for Joe Rockhead during the last election at the Grand Boop.
Speaking of Joe Rockhead, if you want to get some honey from Nice and Naughty, you can become Joe Rockhead. With a little packet of honey, you can find it Nice and Naughty in Saginaw.
Not Joe Rockhead, Joe Rock Hard.
Rock Hard. Yeah, Rock Hard. Yeah, that's what you be, Joe Rock Hard.
There you go.
Then Norm Shinovar said, sidekick. Yep, golf sidekick. This is the guy who had done my driveway. We went to school together. He did a fantastic job. Shout out to Norm.
There you go, man. Nice job, dude.
Yeah, Norm. I went golfing with Norm. He played out of his mind. Norm and I are pretty similar in skills. He's a little bit better, but it was a pretty good match, and I enjoyed playing with Norm. Hopefully we'll get out there soon. I know the last time we were supposed to go, we got rained out. And then they're all laughing about golf sidekick. I talk about golf sidekick too much. Everybody just like I'm like quoting them all the time, and people are they're just had enough of me talking about golf sidekick.
Oh, it looks like you're gonna have to come up with a different sidekick.
Yeah, the golf sidekick says. Gosh, man, I'm trying to remember the guy. My brother and I were going snowboarding, and I was out in Wyoming, and he was talking about this guy. Oh, man, I can't remember his name now. The story's a lot better when you know his name. And he just kept saying his name over and over. He goes, this guy's so good at snowboarding. He just kept naming him, and we just started making fun of him. We're like, oh, what did this guy do? Oh, yeah.
Wow, snowboarder, like not the Olympic guy. Remember that?
Shaun White?
Shaun White.
Yeah.
Got into trouble smoking weed. And then they realized that, well, it can't really be considered a performance enhancing.
No, it wouldn't.
No, it is like.
And what do you expect? You're a snowboarder. Snowboarders smoke weed. Yeah, that's what they do. You better is smoking weed out there than drinking. I mean, snowboarding's a serious sport. You can bust your ass pretty good.
Ask Sonny Bono.
Sonny, that's how they died, right?
Yeah, Sonny Bono.
Hit a tree stand?
Yeah, he had a close encounter with an evergreen. Yeah.
Oh, my God. What a way to go.
Well, the good thing, though, is even after he was dead, he smelled good.
You smell good? Oh, my God, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, this is the best smelling funeral.
He smells like that air freshener hanging in my car.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, Sonny. Oh, no. That's what they Sonny.
Well, that
no.
was what he said at the very last minute. It was, oh, no.
That's pretty good. Here we go. Norm says, had a great time. Yeah, me too, Norm. Good to see you. And hopefully we'll get that rescheduled.
I think his nickname should be on the golf course, Quick Creek.
Quick Creek. Yeah, actually, Stormin' Norman. That's his.
Is that it?
Yep. Stormin' Norman.
I would not argue with that. I can imagine he's good with a trowel.
Yeah, he is. Strong man.
There you go.
Yeah. Jesse Spence says, I need lube from your sponsor for my pocket puss. Totally kidding. By the way, that piece cost me $150. Yeah, you're like, I'm gonna self lube it. I can't afford it anymore for this hobby I got. Some of us play golf. Some of us got a pocket puss. Good for you, Jesse.
You think the guy would have seen American Pie and gone to Meijer and got himself a nice apple pie and had an intimate relationship with it.
Yeah, that would have cost you less. You could have got 15 pies and had dessert.
There you go. Or you could always just do a JD Vance and get yourself a nice couch.
A couch? Is that? Oh, wow. Yeah. Nobody, you're going to do the couch. Don't do it at my house. Here we go. We love Billy Ray Bauer. That's the Detroit Breakdown.
Well, I know who this is. This is a good and very old and dear friend of mine, Kevin Kramus, I believe.
Oh, Kevin famous Kramus. What's up, brother?
Famous Kevin Kramus. I've known him almost as long as I've known Mike Green, which is saying something. I think I met Kevin probably not long after I met Mike. So. And Kevin's been around forever and ever. We've done so many shows together. And now, for those of you who aren't aware, Kevin now fronts a Jay Giles tribute band, Detroit Breakdown, and they're really good. Their clips are on social media. If you go on YouTube, you can find clips of these guys. And what's amazing, Kevin is, well, Peter Wolf, the singer from Jay Giles, is like 80 years old.
Yeah.
But Kevin is, well, I think Kevin's got to be probably 60, maybe in his early 60s. But when you see him on stage, you don't look at a guy in his 60s.
Yeah, and he's got a hell of a voice. I mean, he does a lot of voice for sports teams.
Well, he has a deep voice.
Yeah, he does. And I see on his profile picture it says "Long live Dick." Yeah, long live Dick. And if you want to make your dick live long, we have this honey sponsored by Naughty and Nice. You can get this in Saginaw right there. If you want your dick to live long,
you
get
want
this
it
honey.
long and you want it to live.
This is
what you
perfect
should do
right
with
here.
your dick. That's what.
Jesse Spence is laughing his ass off. He's having a good time. The people in the comments are having a good time. We got Future Comedy Show. Regular Cameron Kellum's popping in saying any relation to Eddie Bauer for you.
Oh, for me? Yeah, I'm his 28th cousin, 13 times removed. No, I have no relation to Eddie Bauer or the Bauer, the company that makes hockey skates, or the Bauer company that makes power tools. No.
None of the good Bowers.
You know what the funny part
is? That was so rude. That was so rude. I'm so sorry.
But, all right. Well, here's a little tidbit of information that not many people know. My name is William Raymond Bauer, and that's why I go by Billy Ray. There was another comic years ago went by Wild Bill Bauer, and I wanted to make sure there wasn't really any confusion. But the interesting part is my last name Bauer is the name of the man who adopted my father. My dad and my grandfather, my dad's name, his birth name, last name was Hader, Hader. My name should be Bill
Hader. Oh my God, wouldn't that be crazy?
Yeah,
that'd be crazy.
Isn't that nuts?
But after golfing with you, I think we're gonna change your name to Boom Boom Billy or Billy Boom Boom. Billy Boom Boom with the long stick because he got that honey. All right, baby, we're doing it. Stephanie Infante said nice and naughty. Did I say naughty and nice? I'm sorry, I got it backwards. Thank you for the fact check, Stephanie. Love you.
Well, dyslexia should not disqualify you from sexual relationships.
No. Stephanie doesn't care. I mean, she took a look at me. She said, this will do.
Although I'm a bit dyslexic when it comes to sex. Sometimes I come and then I want to have sex and it doesn't work. It's not.
You got it all backwards.
It's all backwards.
Nothing that honey won't solve, though.
Well, we'll see.
Nice and naughty out of Saginaw. Yeah, man, this was a good show. We got some good comments today. We appreciate everybody commenting on there. And if you're having a good time, make sure you like and share the stream. And we're also on YouTube. If you're watching this on Facebook and you want to watch any of the older episodes, check out our YouTube channel. I think it's / I am Mike Ball. You can catch out all the episodes of, actually, you could probably, you go on the Future Comedy Show. There's a Future Comedy Show page, and I think we have an interview that we did maybe, oh man, how long ago? I mean, maybe 8 years ago when I lived in Saginaw. You came in, we did the show on a iPhone and in a Scarlett with some cheap mics, and now we've made it. We've got the Bondage Bear, we got honey.
Clearly a step up.
Up.
The next thing is network. It's next thing it'll be one of the major networks.
Yeah, PBS has been trying to get a hold of me. They said, well, I see you're doing 16 people. You'd be perfect for a channel. And they came a little low on the offer. I sent it to Stephanie. She said, put a 1 in front of that 0 and you can do it.
There you go. Well, I just want to promote what's coming up for me. I'm going to be on Naked and Afraid.
Naked and Afraid?
Yeah, I'm going to be naked and the people around me will be afraid.
I love that show, by the way.
Isn't that a crazy
That's the
show?
best show ever because I love it because it's a woman and a dude get paired up. And a lot of the time, not every episode, but a lot of times it's the chick looking at the dude like, what are you going to do? What are you gonna do to help us in this situation?
Yeah, dude, man, you can't be Homer Simpson. You got to get out here and help out.
I seen this episode. It was so hilarious. It was like this big guy, right? Like he had some weight on him, and this skinny girl, and he's like, "Hey, man, this is what I'm doing to survive. I'm just gonna sit here for 30 days. I'm just gonna sit in the shade. I got enough fat on me. I'm just gonna eat whatever comes on the when it gets dark. I'll go see if there's anything up there. If there's not, no big deal." And she's like, no, you're doing it wrong. You don't know what you're fucking doing. She gave him all this shit, right? She's like, I'm going to build a shelter. And she wore herself out in like the first 2 days and had to go home. And he just laid in the shade, like in the sand, like underneath a tree the whole episode. It was kind of a boring episode after the first
And what
couple
is
minutes.
the lesson that we've learned today, kids?
Is it
if you want a man to be able to handle things, you let him do it his way. If he says it's time to just lounge around for the next month, it's what you do. You don't
Oh.
but the Naked and Afraid is an interesting concept. I'm wondering, did any of these people hook up?
Yeah, well, you would think they would, but then you think about it some more, and it's like they're all stinky. You know, they've been out. Maybe if they did it the first day, but like most of the time, you're out there. You don't got no deodorant. You've been sweating. Your bugs all around. It's not really the most romantic situation. You know what I mean? Like,
No, I mean that is the thing. You wonder, but I imagine may have been an isolated case or two where people weren't in as tough a situation. Like they may have had access to the river near them or something, so they actually weren't completely covered in nastiness. You know, who knows?
I seen one where this girl like wanted to cuddle with this guy, and he was like, I don't think so. And she's like, we gotta stay warm. He's like, I don't think so. And she was pissed. She was like, we gotta survive. And he's like, nah, dude, you're not the one for me.
Women should be warmer because they have an extra lipoprotein layer. This is a biological fact.
Yeah,
women have more of this insulating factor, which would explain why my wife has these terrible hot flashes.
Yeah, she runs hot.
She runs hot. She gets very
Stephanie
hot,
runs hot, dude.
but then she'll get cold, you know, and it's very difficult to keep up with her. I don't know where she's at, whether she's boiling over or if she's freezing.
Yeah,
it's ruining our sex life. The other morning, I woke up with my tongue frozen to her inner thigh.
Oh no,
it was horrible.
Oh no,
horrible. Yeah, I was praying for global warming.
Here we go. We got a comment from Norm. He says, "Your on item to take with you would be the honey." That's what I would. Yeah, that's what I'd take if I was on Naked and Afraid, or that's what Billy would take. Billy. What do you? That's all you brought. You didn't bring a knife or a lighter.
That's right. I'd show up and I'd go, I have some of this royal honey, and I have a. What else would I want?
You can only bring one item.
A cock ring.
A cock ring? Oh, god dang. You're shooting the cock ring at birds, trying to
I have
kill
some
them.
Benoit balls. Or whatever. What are those? Now they have. When I was young, it was Benoit balls. Now it's they all have plugs.
Like, what are Benoit balls?
They were like a string of balls, and you could put them in various orifices to elicit a pleasurable experience.
Like an anal bead? But that's
I mean that's what anal beads
Benoit balls.
Yeah, you've never heard of that before.
Yeah, Benoit balls will kill your family.
Sorts of educational moments that you get on the Future.
Yeah. I'm everybody
You can't just say, "Hey, they talk about nothing. There's nothing important there." No, we brought up something that brings back and lets us look at history in a way that we probably hadn't examined in the past.
When I booked you, I was like, I hope he talks about the Benoit balls. I was like praying. I was just like, if he does,
I believe he was a character in Star Wars at one point. There was Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ben Kenobi, and then there was Benoit Balls, who was, I think he was on that.
And he's related to me.
I believe he was in the bar scene in the Star Wars episode.
Oh, is there like, okay, I'll have to check that out. I love Star Wars.
Well, yeah, what's not to love about Star Wars?
Oh, yeah, I watched.
Although I like even more than Star Wars, I like Spaceballs.
You like Spaceballs? Are you gonna watch the new one that come out?
What's the matter, Colonel Sanders? Chicken? That's my favorite movie. I love that movie. There's so many great lines in that movie. It's great.
Are you excited for the second one?
You know what? I've heard that it isn't, that it isn't great, but I don't know. I will see it because, I have to. It's Mel Brooks. Got to see Mel Brooks.
Yeah, it's got to be hard.
Kids. Listen to me. There's a lot that you need to know. And a good way to start is to look at great comedy movies. And Mel Brooks has a bunch of them. From Young Frankenstein to Blazing Saddles to Spaceballs. And then while you're at it, you can add Animal House and Airplane. And I was telling Mike about this movie all these young people should see. It's called It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. It's a comedy movie from the early 60s that has virtually every comedic actor that you can think of from that era. And it's a really cool movie. And a lot of movies have come since that have kind of stolen from its plot line because it's one of those movies where all these different people are chasing after to try to get money that's buried, and it's treasure hunt.
Treasure hunt.
Treasure hunt movie. So if you get a chance, go see the movies that I just mentioned. And there's other ones. I can tell you, that's an interesting topic because I think everybody has their own favorite movies. One of my favorite comedies of the last 20 years is Office Space.
Oh, that's a great movie. That's a great
I
movie.
believe you have my stapler.
That is a fantastic movie.
I was told I could listen to my music at a reasonable volume.
That
Now,
movie's so good.
Milton, there's enough for everyone.
Yeah. That's the beginning of this, the beginning of our live cast in the preview when we're all breaking the fax machines in the thing.
That's from Office
Yeah,
Space.
that's inspired from Office Space. I mean, all of them. I mean, the beginning of the whole thing is off great movies. It has the Titanic scene with me and Dave, and Jurassic Park with me, Dave, and Chuck, and I mean, all of it's based on the classics.
Everything was fine here until that ass clown started winning Grammys.
Yeah.
Michael Bolton.
Yeah, he hates Michael Bolton in that movie.
Course.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I just love that movie. I mean, just everything about it is such a great, I got a meeting with the two Bobs.
Oh yeah. That's such a great movie. I mean, did you ever work in corporate?
That's it, Lumberg. What's that?
You work in corporate?
Me in my life?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. I many years ago, when I still needed to work during the day when my boys were young and I needed health insurance, I had a fairly prominent job. It was a company called Fretter Appliance, which was a big appliance electronics retailer like ABC Warehouse or Best Buy or whatever. They were competitors with those people. And I was one of the guys running their service operations because I grew up in that business. My dad was a TV repairman. My dad was one of those guys, came back from the Second World War, learned how to fix radios, which morphed into fixing TVs. And he was one of the first guys out there fixing people's television sets. And I grew up in the electronics business. So we ended up getting bought by Fretter Appliance. And my brother and I kind of ran their service operations. And it was funny. Ollie Fretter was a guy who, if he had a lazy eye. And the worst part was if you were there in the room with him, you didn't know which eye
to look at.
You should look at.
Oh no,
because one eye was going off in one direction, one the other. It was really
he'd get mad at you, be like, "Look at me, my good eye."
Yeah,
Billy.
It was so funny because he didn't drive his own car anymore. He had to be driven around in a limo because he lost his license because of all the DUIs he had.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he was a frequent guest. Went to the restaurant Marcus Red Fox, which is the place where Jimmy Hoffa was abducted and never seen again.
Whoa.
His last meal was at the Marcus Red Fox, which was where Ollie Fretter used to like to hang out.
Yeah.
And they used to tell me stories of it. Was the funniest story. So my brother and I get a call one day that Ollie Fretter at his home, which was in West Bloomfield, beautiful home, says, we need you to go over there because Mrs. Fretter's having a problem with their TV at home. Could you go over there and check it out? So me and my brother go over there. And at the time, they had these wall units, and they had a TV and a VCR and some drawers underneath. And we were trying to find out, you could turn the set on, but you wouldn't get in the picture. So we asked Mrs. Fretter, we said, do you have a video cassette, a VCR, a videotape that we can throw in the VCR and see if it'll play a tape?
Uh-oh.
You know what's coming.
Yeah.
So we pull this tape out of the drawer. It's got no markings on it. We put it in. It is hardcore porn, man. This is an older woman. This is a woman probably in her 70s or 80s.
She was like,
She's
no.
Like, oh, she was horrified.
Well, it was hers. It was hers.
Well, it was Ollie's, I think.
Oh,
More
yeah.
so than hers. But it was just like, no kidding.
Oh,
Out of
goodness.
anything we picked out. I mean, there was probably a bunch of Disney tapes in there, and we grabbed this one, and it was just
That's funny.
it was fun.
I'll never forget the first porn I seen on VCR. It was my dad's house. It was called Orgy Time. I'll never forget the plot. It was this guy with this mustache, and he's getting married, and all his friends have mustaches, and they're like, well, it's your last day of freedom, so we got you a present. All of a sudden, they got a hooker in there, and they're playing cards. Next thing you know, it's a big orgy time, mustache rides, all that. Then his wife comes home, and she's like, what are you doing? And he's like, well, I bet you can't do it as good as her. And she's like, I'll show you. And then, obviously, I
love the plots of these. And now we've morphed into this time where, you can get porn on your phone if you're so inclined. I just, I've looked at it, and there's a category that just, for one thing, how many people are having sex with their stepsisters?
Yeah, well, I think that's a big category.
Big category.
Yeah, and how many people are getting stuck in appliances? Oh no, I'm stuck in the dryer.
Oh, I've seen that one. Yeah, well, the lady.
I've seen that one.
That lady can't get herself out of the dryer, and the next thing you got, and this is the extent of the creativity, the plots of these pornos. It's like, all right, what are we gonna do today? How about we do the stepsister one again?
Yeah,
really? Should we do that one? I don't know, man. How about stepmother?
Oh
stepmother.
yeah,
we could do the stepmother.
we haven't done that
today.
one in a while. Well, how about your great aunt Beatrice? How about that one?
So isn't it funny? Maybe there's some connection. The idea of a dysfunctional family, what makes you wind up in a porno.
That's
people that come from a really good family, like the Cleavers.
Leave to Cleaver.
Yeah, I saw a good meme the other day. It was a picture of the characters from Leave It to Beaver, the mom and the dad, Ward and June Cleaver, and the two kids. But Jerry Mathers, the beaver, had his head shaved, and Ward says to June, he goes, "That's not really what I was talking about."
That's good. That's good. Here we got a comment. Heather Ann says, "What's under the sheets? What makes Billy get excited like the 4th of July fireworks?"
Well, if you put a lit sparkler in my pants, that'll do it.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
That's what you...
Yeah, no, I find women attractive. I also find that they I feel of sadness at the loss of pubic hair. It seems that pubic hair has been
lost style.
It's
out of style right now. I'll come back.
Nobody wants pubic hair anymore, and I have to tell you, with my limited eyesight, I need a landing strip.
You need a landing strip. Yeah.
Nothing worse than to overshoot the runway. You know?
Why do you think that's changed? Why do you think it went from Big Bush to the hairless beaver?
I believe we have to trace it back to when Harry's came out. Remember Harry's, the company that the cheaper razors.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
It was Harry's.
The economics got better. They're like, well, I never wanted this anyways.
Years ago, when it comes to planes,
Dollar Shave Club.
There's no more Bush pilots. That's for sure.
No more. Yeah, that's true. No more Bush pilots. Dave Welfare, future Comedy Show regular. What's up, nerds? Good to see you both. Good to see you, Mr. Welfare. How you doing, brother?
It's good to be seen and not viewed anyway.
Yeah.
At this point, Dave.
Yeah.
Dave's good to know. Good to see you. Appreciate you being there. You're a good guy. I understand you play golf too. We're gonna have to get you out there.
Yeah.
We need your balancing. With Mike and yourself and me. There's the age thing. We go from your age. Is Dave a little older than you?
Dave's a little bit older than me.
Older than me. There's like an age chart.
Yeah.
What we need to do is we find an 80-year-old that still plays golf.
Oh yeah, or you could go younger than me.
We could.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's demoralizing. When you see some young kid that can actually play golf well, that sucks.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse. There's a high school golf team that plays at the golf course where I have a league, and it's the girls. And I'm watching these girls, like
bang them out there,
hitting the golf ball, and they're like, oh.
They're coming for you.
Yeah,
they're coming for you.
This is horrible. I mean, what? This is terrible. I guess you got a right to come out there, but
they got a right to come out there.
They have a right to.
Oh, when did they change that? Look at that. Dave Welfare says, "I'm just shaving my pubes. He's just getting on it." Good for you, Dave. Good for you.
You're
buddy.
Better off shaving. Don't use like the depilatory cream like Nair on your pubes. Don't ever do that because that'll burn. That'll burn.
You're not going to have a fun time with that.
No.
That's not going to be fun.
No. I would prefer shaving somebody else's pubes as to shaving my own, frankly.
Job in retirement?
I'd
maybe?
wear one of those jewelers things,
Oh, yeah.
Well, you got to be careful what you're doing. And,
oh, yeah. That'd be hilarious. Like, what happened to Billy? He just found his love of shaving pubes, once he got into it.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I've told the story before. It's a true story. I was doing a show in Florida. It was a hot night, and it was a young girl sitting up front, short dress. 10 minutes into my show, I glanced at her. She had pulled her dress up, and she was flashing me. She wasn't wearing panties.
What?
No panties. Man.
Wow.
Now, I don't care if the carpeting matches the drapes, but I was not expecting a bare floor.
Holy moly.
It's okay.
This is in Florida?
Yeah.
Was this at how young was this girl?
She was probably in her 20s.
Wow.
Yeah, you know, and it was okay because after the show, I was able to talk her into some hardwood.
Some hardwood. Yeah. She was an exhibitionist. Yeah. Some people are into that. They like to show off their goods.
Yeah,
They
it
like to
was
show
a
'em off.
crazy thing. I actually had a woman up in Flint flash her tits at me.
Yeah, that's a good day.
Well, not when this woman was probably in her 50s or 60s.
Oh.
I was opening for Doug Stanhope.
Nice.
At the machine shop.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And
Love
they
Doug
didn't
Stanhope.
have seating. It was basically like you were at a concert because everybody was just standing by the stage, right?
Yeah.
Well, this woman, I'm doing my opening set, and this woman in a leather jacket gets close to the stage. She goes, check it out. And she unzipped her top, and she would look like she was in her 60s. Her tits looked like they were still under warranty. They were probably
brand new.
Yeah,
I got a story about that. Dude.
I told her, I said, I kind of stopped the show and I said, ma'am, don't worry. If one of those springs a leak, I said, I'll bring you home. You can recaulk my bathtub.
Oh, geez. Oh, yeah. That reminds me. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. That reminds me of a story I used to tell, and I haven't told him forever. I'm going to have to write that down. I was with my cousin in Ohio, and we're playing cornhole, me, my cousin, and a couple of his friends. And all of a sudden, this lady, she comes up, and she didn't look good. I mean, she looked like maybe she was doing some drugs or something. She's like, I'll fuck all four of you right now. And we're like, no thanks, you know. And then she like turned around. She's like, hey, she's like this girl. She's like, hey, show these guys your tits. And this girl behind her, I mean, she had to be like 40, maybe 45. And she whipped them out. Those tits were like brand new, dude. Like fucking right off the poster of your college dorm room, you know. And she was like, then she wanted to do it. She wanted to get all of us, and like I wasn't having it. And my cousin was like, well, you know, you can't come to my house. You know, I live with my parents and all that. And I was like, well, you guys can run out my Aztec if you want. You guys get in the back of that. You know, like it was just surreal. Like that, these people out in Ohio, they're crazy.
I knew you'd bring up your Aztec.
Oh yeah, we were talking about the Aztec earlier.
We were talking about the Aztec. For those of you who are not familiar with the Aztec, it's probably considered one of the ugliest vehicles ever considered by humankind. And Mike loved his Aztec.
I do love the Aztec,
He did.
and I'm gonna get a Cybertruck, so you guys can hate on that too. You guys can hate on the Aztec, you guys can hate on the Cybertruck, but I'm gonna do the Cybertruck tour.
But it does make logical sense when you think about it, because the kind of a person that would purchase an Aztec is the same kind of person that would buy a Cybertruck.
Yeah, because the Aztec had a freaking cooler in it. Couldn't beat that.
No.
Couldn't beat a cooler. And I almost had a threesome in the back of the Aztec one time. Yeah, it's like I'm telling you, I put the mattress back there. I went camping. It was my birthday, and I had my girlfriend at the time, and then another girl, and we're in the back of it, and I'm rubbing the shoulders, and I'm like, oh shit, it's about to go down. And if you don't know this about Aztecs, they have little compartments in the back you can store stuff, and I had condoms back there. And one of the girls went for the condom compartment. I'm like, oh shit, well, I'm about to have a threesome, dude. On my birthday, it's gonna be fucking awesome. And all of a sudden, my buddy Blaine knocked on the window, and he's all hammered. He's like, you guys want to make some s'mores? And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And he left, and I try to get back to business. I'm rubbing the shoulders again. And then the girls look at each other and go, s'mores actually sound pretty good. I'm like, you fucking son of a... You, oh my God.
Damn it, Jim.
Yeah, but you know, it happens like that. And we got some comments here. Trisha Starr says, hi, Mike Ball. Good to see you, Trisha. Good to see you. Always a friendly face out there in Hemlock, Michigan. Good to see you.
Oh, Hemlock.
Yeah.
I know where Hemlock is.
Yeah, yep. Sue Swain. Dave Welfare says the head nerd. Dave Welfare is the head nerd. Trisha Starr says titties are always nice. And that's what I always say. Titties in the wild.
They make a lovely couple.
When you see titties that are unexpected, like you were like planning on them, you know what I mean? Like you're not at the strip club, you know, like, I mean, my girls, I love her, you know, I love her titties so much, but like when you see them in the wild, just unexpectedly, it's like a dopamine hit. You're just like, I just wasn't expecting that. It was just a little gift, you know what I mean? To keep you going in life, you know, life can be hard.
The best times are, of course, when it is the surprise. Like I remember, this is going back to when I was like 17 years old. I was in driver's training, and I'm in the classroom waiting for the instructor to come in, because there's a classroom portion of the driver's training. It wasn't the road testing. So we're sitting in this classroom at one of the schools in the district where I was. This girl comes walking in, and she's a beautiful girl. I knew her from high school, and she had her books up against her chest like this. And unbeknownst to her, when she was out in the hall, one of the guys in the class, she was wearing a halter top, had undone the string of the halter top. And when she put the books down, they spilled out. And I mean, they were magnificent. They were stupendous.
You failed the exam.
It's so funny because the girl, I know, I won't mention her name. I saw her years later and I didn't bring it up, but I remember she could not make eye contact with anybody in
the class no more.
No, it was really tough on the road test where we were in the car together. We were sitting next to each other.
Like, is it going to happen again? Is it going to happen again?
I'm thinking, well, can I untie that with her not noticing? Probably not. Now.
Probably not now. You can't do that nowadays either. And now I misremembered that story about Ohio. So what she did was she came over and showed her tits. Or she came over and she goes, "You want to see him?" And we're like, "Yeah." And then she pulled them out and they were like, "Nice." And then she's like, "Do you want to touch him?" And we're like, "Yeah, sure." So like scientists, we're like grabbing them, we're like holding, we're like, "Ooh, nice weight. Oh, the areola, nice circumference." You know, like just being professional about it.
Absolutely,
and
making certain estimations.
Yeah,
You got to make value judgments.
And then she was like, "Do you want to suck on him?" And me and Lester looked at each other, and I was like, "Well, one in Ohio," and we're just like two little birds on there. Okay. And then she goes, "Hey, well, I want you to meet my husband." And he was like standing like 10 feet away, and he came over, and he's like, "Oh no, I'm fucking this story all up," because we touched him, and then she said, "Oh, this is my husband." And then he asked us if we wanted to suck on him, so he asked us to do it, and then he wanted to have like some weird swinger thing, and I was like,
they're out there, and I know. Myself, I have not really had. I know a couple of comedians have told me that they've had people invite them back to their house.
Oh yeah,
for all kinds of shenanigans. And the thing for me, I didn't start doing stand up until I turned 30, and I was married already and had 2 kids.
Yeah,
and I really wasn't into that. But I can tell you there was some crazy ass stuff I saw over the years.
Yeah, well, I know
crazy stuff.
I got a family now, so don't even try it, internet world. Don't even be coming asking me to have any kind of 3-sums or 4-sums or 5-sums or orgy time, because I'm not doing it, because I love my family, and that's a fact.
There you go.
And Sue Swain said, "Yeti, Yeti, Yeti." Then Doug Rutz, all the way from Minnesota, says s'mores overrule everything. And Doug knows that's a guy who loves s'mores right there. You can tell by looking at him.
Yeah, well, he's probably a guy on a GLP-1 medication at this point. That would be my guess. If s'mores are your thing,
yeah,
it's more or less, you know.
Yeah, and here we were talking about this guy earlier, Neil Estes. He says, "How are the hole-in-one bros doing?" And that sounds disgusting, talking about what we were just talking about. But you're talking about golf. Yeah, we are the hole-in-one bros. Billy has 4.
Neil, yeah, I have 4 of them. And Neil was witness to the one I had out at Fenton Farms Golf Course at a golf outing. And my timing was horrible because I got this hole-in-one. And I get back to the clubhouse, and there's like 100 guys I don't know because I'm a guest.
Yeah,
I was invited. And the guy goes, "Yeah." So I go, "Well, what do I win?" He goes, "Oh, it's a shame you weren't here last year. You would have won a car." So I said, "Well, what do I win this year?" He goes, "Oh, $125 and a couple of rounds of golf."
Well, you're lucky they didn't try to make you buy what he drinks.
I go for 100. No, that's what next thing came out of his mouth. He goes, "So you're going to buy everybody a drink?" I looked at him. I go, "Fuck no."
Yeah.
Are you out of your head? I go, I don't like that whole tradition that the guy who gets a hole-in-one should buy everybody else a drink. I think everybody else should buy me a drink.
Well, it's funny because I told the older guy on the way out, and he's like, "You gonna buy me a drink?" And it was like, my tea time was 7:24 in the morning, so it was 9:30 when I was leaving. And I said, "Man, you got to get up earlier if you want a drink. I'm out of here, dude. I'm already packed up. You gotta early bird gets the worm, buddy. You can't be here at 9:30 if you want to drink from me. You got to get up at 7:30."
That's right. The early bird gets the worm, baby.
Oh, Dave Welfare said, "We saw titties in Harrisville." Yes, we did. We saw a nice pair of titties. I was doing my joke. About my ass tattoo, and they gave me some money to show it. So I showed it at the end of the show. And then this lady came over and she goes, "Well, you showed me yours, so I'm going to show you mine." And this girl pulled down her pants, and she had a giant well-shaped ass with a tattoo all over. It was like art. It was like Van Gogh and all over this fucker. Like, I mean, all over the ass. And then another lady seen that and was like, "Oh, I want to get part of the party." And then she whipped out her tits. And then I'm like, holy moly, Harrisville.
This seems to be a reoccurring problem you're having.
I don't know if it's a problem. but it may be an issue. Here, Chris Nichol says, "How's it going, Mike and Billy? Good to see you, Chris. How you doing, brother? Super fan, Chris Nichol. Not just a fan of the Future of Comedy Show, but a great fan of all comedy. We appreciate you, Chris Nichol. The comedy community salutes you.
Thank you, Chris. We appreciate it.
And I still have your sweatshirts, Chris. So we gotta see. Let me know when you're coming because they're just sitting here.
And you notice his picture had a train behind him.
Yeah,
that whole theme seems to keep going.
Yes,
on these sexual references. Yeah, because you guys almost pulled a train. There you go.
Well, I wouldn't do it. I'm not getting on any. I got a family. I'm not doing any trains. No, choo choo. No.
Not even Tommy.
Tommy the choo choo train.
Yeah,
Thomas the choo choo train.
Thomas the train.
That's probably the only train I'll be playing with. Is the Thomas the choo choo train,
or possibly what express the
Polar Express.
Polar Express.
That's what he's at. Yeah. We talked about it last week.
My grandson just loves that movie. The hot chocolate scene is his favorite scene.
Yeah,
where the guys are doing cartwheels and they're coming down the aisles and they're feeling hot chocolate, and he just loves it. I digress.
I had a dream when I was a kid that I was riding the Polar Express and I really had to pee. And I was like, "Where's the bathroom at?" And the person's like, "It doesn't matter. You could just pee right here in the aisle." And I was like, "All right." And I peed in the aisle. I woke up and I pissed myself. And I don't piss the bed I'm not a big piss the bed guy. Like I maybe did it a couple times, but yeah, I remember waking up like, man, that was a great dream, but I pissed myself.
Yeah, I remember one time I went to bed. I was on the beach, and all of a sudden the wave came over me, and then I woke up and I was like, "Oh, I see the wave came over."
This
me.
Wave is so warm. Look at this. Chris Nichol says, "You're welcome, Mike. Anytime." That is what's up. We're having a great show once again. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and share the stream. That's how we grow the show. And check out the dates at the bottom. That's where I'm going to be performing. Any dates that you got coming up, Billy?
Yeah, I've got in. I'm not working at all in July, but August I'm going to be doing a couple of dates in northern Wisconsin. Then I'll be coming back home and I'll be doing one night stands towards the end of
Great
August.
Club.
And then in September I've got the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase coming up the third week of September.
Great Club.
And we've got a couple of other things that I'm working on right now that will get hammered out. But if they go to my website, billyraybauer.com, they can see where I'll be and hopefully come see me and flash me your tits.
Yeah.
And that goes for both men and women because
for
myself, my tits are much better than they used to be. That was a late bloomer.
Yeah.
I didn't have tits until I was in my 40s.
Yeah.
And now they're enviable.
They're nice.
They're
nice.
They're nice.
I was just want to get a little grab there.
There you go. Keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah, that's awesome. And if you guys are watching, Billy is a tremendous comic. You will love him live. He's he's a master of his craft. So go check out Billy Ray Bauer. And we're on our last 2 minutes. So we're doing last words. Anything you want the audience to know before we get out?
Also know that they can go to my YouTube channel. Just you look my name, Billy Ray Bauer, and you can find my YouTube channel. And I've got lots of videos. In fact, I just recently uploaded a full show that I did at the place called the Roxy in Rochester.
Oh,
Michigan.
beautiful venue.
Great venue. If you ever come down into the Detroit area and you want to see whether it's comedy, which they do there, as well as they do lots of music. It's a great live entertainment venue. It's in Rochester, Michigan, which is a really very cool city. Lots of food choices and come out and see a show. I mean, love to see you. And of course, me and Mike, I'm sure we'll be doing a show together.
We will be doing some shows together.
There you go.
We will be doing some shows together. And then my last words are, once again, every week, I am grateful for everybody that supports the show, watches the show, comes to the shows. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you so much. Without you guys, there wouldn't be a show. I'd be talking to myself. So thank you so much. You guys have a great week. And come see, where am I at? Well, I'm doing a couple private gigs. I'm doing volunteers assisting the disabled tomorrow with Dave Welfare, Dave Klickner, and Nick Pizzuti. Really awesome. So if you guys are looking to donate some money, the volunteers assisting the disabled, it's an awesome camp for the disabled people. It's like it's just a fun week for them, dude. They do everything. So maybe look and support them. Once again, I appreciate you guys. Have a great week, and we'll see you next Monday with David Welfare. All right. Peace be with you guys.
Yeah.